about at Salvokop in Tshwane this morning, where they'll distribute personal protective equipment to community healthcare workers. This is to mark Reconciliation Day, which will be celebrated tomorrow. Jane Mufamadi will be accompanied by the Holo family, who have just concluded a successful Ubuntu music festival at the Freedom Park. She joins us now via Zoom. A very good, as it's a Skype, I think. A very good morning. Thank you so much for making the time to join us. I was hoping we would be talking to you in the open where you're already conducting the walk, but I can see you're indoors. Let's remind our viewers about the origins, the mandate and the work of the Freedom Park, especially in relation to reconciliation.
Yes, thank you so much for having us. And I had to quickly come back. Luckily, it's just around the corner.
Okay.
Freedom Park was conceptualized to honor those who died for freedom and humanity. In 1999, President Mandela, celebrating Freedom Day, said that the day should not be far off when we shall have a people's shrine, a freedom park where we shall honor with all the dignity they deserve those who endured pain, so we should experience the joy of freedom. So we are about celebrating the attainment of our freedom, our democracy, and honoring those who died for freedom and humanity. However, one of our secondary mandates is then to contribute to reconciliation and social cohesion and nation building. And this is part of our initiative to celebrate and to commemorate the Reconciliation Month. But also we are at a stage where this year Freedom Park is celebrating 20 years. So this is part of our celebrations. And we decided that we wanted to give back to our immediate communities. We have had a very successful relationship with our stakeholders, the Salvokop communities, where we engage in various activities. So as a gesture of goodwill, as a gesture of reconciliation, but as a gesture of Ubuntu, we thought that given the COVID-19 pandemic, the rising numbers, we need to assist also the community and contribute as part of our giving back to them.
Just who are the Salvokop communities, and how do you determine that you're going to distribute PPEs to them and not necessarily greater communities in Tshwane?
Salvokop is a very small community. Where Freedom Park is located is actually at the Salvokop Hill. And just next to us, there is a small community of, it's a diversity of communities. There is a few local communities in their diversity. There are also a lot of other foreign nationals who stay within the community as well. So we're talking about a community of almost about 2,000 people or so within fewer household. And over the years, we have engaged them either through the ward councillor or through we have a stakeholder forum where we sit with them on a monthly basis to engage with them and also to update with them. For example, last month we launched the Freedom Park Ambassadorial Youth Program, where we are trying also to take young people from Salvokop who are mainly unemployed to engage them in terms of our program. Some as volunteers, but also where opportunities arises, we then appoint from the community as well. And that is what we've been doing over the years, and the relationship has been very successful. We have had our challenges as always. However, we managed to come together and to move forward with them.
Have you had the opportunity to engage with President Cyril Ramaphosa's announcements yesterday in relation to how the country will be celebrating the festive season insofar as it relates to the Freedom Park? One would imagine that tomorrow people would be coming through to the Freedom Park to come and mark Reconciliation Day. How is this going to be different from previous years?
Yes, this year it's going to be very different. We normally mark Reconciliation Day with a big event and ceremony. However, due to COVID-19 concerns and also in view of what the president announced last night, we have curtailed our activity for tomorrow to a very small event. We are going to be mainly live streaming the proceedings that will happen tomorrow. However, we have a small group of about, it's under 50. We had targeted 50, but so far we have curtailed it further to about 35 to 40 veterans who will be here at Freedom Park together with the Interfaith Committee. And we will start with the prayers, praying for the nation, praying also around issues of COVID-19, gender-based violence, and issues around racism. The prayers will start at 6 a.m. in the morning with just the Interfaith Committee. And then around 10 o'clock, we will then have a dialogue whereby Mr. Mavusam Simang, General Mukwape, and also Dr. Snuki Zikalala will give us a reflection on in terms of what the day means for them as veterans, and also in line with the current challenges that the country is facing, to say, where do we need to go? What lesson do we need to draw from the past and those who came before us, those who fought for freedom? However, obviously, because of the COVID-19 regulations, as I've indicated, this will be quite a small activity whereby we encourage the nation to view on our digital platforms, on our website as Freedom Park, on our Facebook and Twitter. We will live stream the proceedings so that the nation can follow.
So you've already started the walk today. You say you're distributing PPEs. What exactly are you distributing? What type of products, and how has the community received this gesture?
We have a limited number of sanitizers and a large number of masks. We have noticed as we move through the communities that a lot of people, particularly young people, because now also the schools are closing and some have already closed. We see a lot of young people walking around the street without masks, without social distancing. So it's a kind of a door-to-door and engaging the young people and the community on the street. We're giving them some sanitizers and masks, and a lot of them masks, and also just a pep talk about COVID-19 and the impact of them not adhering to the regulations, not social distancing, not wearing a mask, and not sanitizing or washing their hands frequently. It's just a small activity, and the community has really received us very well, and we're excited that they are committing. And those who do not understand COVID-19 are also asking questions about it, its impact, and of course, demystifying a lot of myth associated with their understanding and interpretation. But we're also excited that the majority of the community members seem to be fully aware and understand COVID-19, the impact, and also the health-related challenges.
Well, you conducting the walk with the Holo family, who were the curators of the just-ended Ubuntu Music Festival. Tell us about that, and maybe other activations that the park is undertaking, and how the public can interact with these.
Yes, we're very excited in terms of our partnership with the Holo family and Mkaya School of Music, because the festival, as much as it was at a very low-key scale in terms of the numbers, again, considering the current challenges that we're facing as a nation, it was really a successful launch of the Ubuntu Festival, where we are using music as a communication platform to communicate messages of reconciliation, messages of humanity, to say, let's bring back our humanity, let's be compassionate, let's assist each other, let's hold our hands in our diversity. And we really excited in terms of the vision, and this was just a launch. This will be an annual program that we will host annually going forward, and we are really thankful on the visionary and the creativity of the Holo family as well, and their commitment also to working with us in terms of other programs. We started our celebrations in June, where we had a digital celebration of the 20 years anniversary, and we each month we have had a program and an activation. This afternoon at 2, we will be also marking as part of our reconciliation activation, we have partnered with the Embassy of Russia, where we'll be doing a wreath laying to remember those who supported South Africa in terms of international solidarity. Russia was one of the countries that assisted South Africa politically in terms of support and also in terms of training for those who were trained in Russia. So that is another small activity. Again, we have limited the number to just about 20 people participating in the wreath laying, and just a small hour commemoration to remember this month, but also to say, on behalf of South Africans, we thank the international community for supporting us during our time of need. And tomorrow will be our last activation, as I've indicated, the reconciliation prayers in the morning and a mini dialogue in the mid-morning, and we will be closing the year, and some activities will unfold next year, where we are launching a book about Freedom Park and looking at the current challenges, but also looking at the transformation within the heritage landscape.
And it's on that note, we'll thank you very much for making the time to talk to us today, the CEO of the Freedom Park, Ms. Jane Mufamadi.